Why use New Vet Plus? Strengthens the immune system, promotes healthy skin and coat, supports healthy eyes and ears, and safe for pets of all ages. Use my code for the discount. What's good, y'all? Salute to the chat. Come on in. Superior Warrior, what's happening, brother? Pedigrees, what's happening, my brother? Quebec is in the house. Quebec, Canada is in the house. Worldwide, baby. To be on every major podcast platform. Come on in, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Sorry, man. You know, this is my busy week. So I had to stop to make this show. I hate to do that. I'm just trying to get my kids in bed. So, but this is an important show. Yeah. International. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think this might be one of the issues. What's the name of that song, bro? I'm going to have to look it up. But I don't know, man. I just get random music, and sometimes people send me stuff. So welcome back to the NWA Corso show. I am your host, Joe. Let me put out all the boogers. They finna start lying like a summer gun. NWA stands for Northwest Arkansas. Not no Negroes with attitude. What's up, Javier Noriega? What's up, Asiatic Soldier? Salute, Jay Young. This podcast was formed because me being around some tremendous dog breeders saw a gap and some of the knowledge online. I'm a podcast guy. So a lot of us guys that kind of live on the run. Sometimes entrepreneurs and things like that. So we kind of try to gather our information on the run. Sometimes we don't necessarily always have time to read things. They don't necessarily quiet. I knew some great dog men. Had a cousin in the game, big time in the game. La Potenza in Texas. Was able to talk to him and other breeders along the way. And I decided to start this channel because of the just the gap of stuff I was hearing online. So just through time, we were about 150 episodes in with all kind of women and men from all over the world who have came and volunteered their time to talk about dogs, to talk about training dogs, nutrition and everything. And this ain't a place where, you know, we all don't agree, but it's not a disrespectful place. You know what I'm saying? It's tough now because you say some bullshit, boy. Yeah, they're gonna get you. But overall, it's not a disrespect. It's a place for learning. And we have been growing. We've been having growing pains. You know what I mean? I've been kind of lashing out a little bit. Sometimes I think I got to defend this channel. Like we could see the other day, it was when you start to get bigger in this content creating game, which I never thought I'd be a content creator. I'm not the most well-spoken guy. I'm not the, most articulate, or, do I know everything? No, I don't. But we all can contribute in some form or fashion to the dog world. Davis and Canine Canada, what's happening? New Dog Man Kennels and Outdoors, what's happening? Kiki 2, what's happening? Travis, what's happening? Everybody, welcome. So yeah, man, I've been doing this a while. I've talked to all kind of people. Some people that deem controversial, But have I always got it right? No, I have not always got it right. But as we have went along, I have learned more. I have developed online from my first episode from Gypsy Stratton. And what's up, Anthony Tosco? Good evening. Robin Grant Nurak. Thank you. Um, and I was gonna do this, and this is something I don't normally do because I don't, if you know, I don't, this ain't a breeder basher channel. This ain't and I got several calls about this. But we make content about everything, all things dogs. That's our motto. We made the Black Presa video that I had last night with Michael Morales. Man, we didn't have no issues with the video, but some people predicted it was gonna trigger people. And it really wasn't nothing. The man just sit there and brought receipts, and then I was talking to one of my guys today, and we was talking about it just in general, not talking about it. Ooh, got nobody. Ooh, they won't shut their head up. No, no, wasn't nothing like that, bro. But he said, man, Richard Deberry, I think he shot a shot at you. I said, no, he ain't shot no shot at me. Not about that damn video. And then he said, oh, I about. I went and looked, shit, Rich done blocked the shit out of me. Then somebody sent me the videos. Talk about we copycatting. I'm like, golly. So I'm like, man, this some wild shit. So I thought I would share some things. Since he said we copycatting. Shit, my little shit look different here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Let me share my screen. I got a special guest in the house, y'all. Y'all hold up a minute. And let me show y'all something, man. Hopefully y'all can see that. But man, like I told you, man, I started 2 years ago with 150 episodes. Richard Deberry, I reached out to that brother, man, and he was actually on this channel. I'll take him off now though, since he acting like that. But man, you can see all kind of shows of what we do. Look at all these people that have been on these shows. Dangers of Caveman, Kibble the Raw, all kind of stuff. Has Ultimate, QBN, the dangers of anti-ethical. This is a breeders, trainers, dog enthusiast channel. I look at all these guys we have been able to obtain. This video here with Tony Scandy, that one was kind of caused by Richard as well because of something he said about the Corso's temperament overall, which Tony came on corrected. We didn't nobody disrespect him or anything like that. Look at all these guys. And Michael Morales is a regular on this channel, and he's given so much content to this channel on Oppressor. It's too much content, guys, but you will see Michael Morales on just comb the podcast and you'll see it. Can y'all see me back on the screen? Yeah. Okay. So I know Richard Deberry got a problem with Michael Morales. There ain't no sense of us hiding our hands and things like that. Michael Morales video, Richard Deberry came in the comments saying things. Look, man, I ain't never promoted no beef, man. I don't stop more beefs offline than y'all can imagine. I done stopped more beefs offline than y'all can imagine. But so Richard to say that we copycats. Let me well, I ain't gonna go back to it, but I have a section called Breed Profiles. We have a brother here who runs his podcast through this channel called the Unscripted podcast. His name is Rain. Rain did breed profiles specifically on the Black Presa and the Presa in general. I've never seen Richard do a deep dive on the Presa. For him to say we copying his content, and whoever the fuck, I don't know when Richard invented pools and started jumping in with dogs, and everybody copied him doing that in the middle of August. That's some new shit to me, bro. But man, I just it just really disturbed me that he would be so sensitive. I know that he's a sensitive guy, and I know that he's kind of a strong-willed guy because he ain't got where he at without that strong toughness, that drive. You know what I mean? But I do see some weaknesses, bro. You know what I'm saying? You too sensitive, man. You need to take a break from this content. I see people getting at you online and you don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? If we gonna be on here, bro, we have a responsibility as well. If you put some bullshit out, they gon' respond, bro. They gonna respond. Even to me, Nick, man, I've been hung up on the cross. People can threaten you, trying to extort me, threatening my life. So, Richard, who are you to say somebody's Ain't nobody copies you, bro. Ain't nobody really saying nothing to you, nothing about you, man. I hear you're a tremendous businessman. I hope you will keep it at that, because at the end of the day, bro, it's been many guys like me and you coming in the game with money. You know what I'm saying? It's been plenty of us. Because money don't mean nothing. Look at people. There's people in the comments own stores. There's one lady in the comments, son is a rocket scientist. Man, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody copying you. Who are you to copy, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. I hate to be doing this, man. But we gonna get into it a little more tonight. I got a special guest who's contributed a lot to the presser, to this channel, to his own channel. Rain, what's happening?
Just rolling up some creamy Z. God damn it, that's All
right. Okay, let's do it to it. So I discussed with Rain, and he said he's gonna be nice tonight. He said because they want us to protect the catalog. As Rain know, we got a lot of people trying to take the channel down and things like that because of it's just too much knowledge, and it's a lot of politics and dogs, guys. Yeah, you know. But Rain, how long have you been around the presser and all this good stuff?
It's like 92, into 92, going into 93. Yeah, I started, like I said, I've told the story a few times. I saw this dog. I saw this dog in this book. And my mind was just like, bro, I gotta either own it or make it, And so I went on this like warpath trying to find this dog and going through all these other breeds trying to get to this presser. And it's so funny, that dog, Arbaco, that they talk about, this blue brindle presser that, is still like a controversial dog to this day. You have people who don't even own pressers who talk about this dog. And it's so funny because nobody had a problem with the blue brindle presser until Tobin decided he wasn't going to sell that dog to a particular couple of people. And once he sold that dog to Mac Harris, the blue presser became a problem. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm telling this story is because, again, anybody I would think dealing with the presser should know that this dog that I'm talking about, because this dog is in a lot of y'all's pedigrees. I know this for a fact because I know the dogs that are attached to it, and I've even talked to people who are like, wait, so that's not a real presser? How come it's in the database? I said, well, the database says that it's not even a real presser. I said, so you got to ask them, since they seem to have all the answers. I said, because the people who created that database also tell you that there is no black presser as well. I remember the lady from the DCCA. I can't remember her name. And I used to, I probably have this somewhere. I have so much stuff on this laptop because I screenshot stuff like this. When the DCCA was around, and that was that BS for the FCI guys with the the Dogo Canario guys over here who and I'll jump on that in a second. But when the DCCA was formed, she put out a statement, and this was like one of the administrators. She put out a statement that the presser has no ties to any kind of diluted breeds at all. Like, so you would never have a black presser. Forget the blue brindle presser. We don't even talk about that. But this is what the DCCA administrator was saying. One of the administrators, hey, but I don't remember her exact title. Doesn't even remember. She's a moron. So clearly you have somebody who's sitting in a position that they created who doesn't know anything about the breed, because if she knew anything about the presser, she would know that the three main dogs that they used on breed backs all have black coats and other colors as well. So how could a woman, so I had to think to myself, man, how could a woman in a position like that, who's supposed to be the head of a breed club for a breed, say something that is just so totally incorrect and outrageous. And then, you know, people who buy into that, they give money there, they run with that. And that's the same thing that you see with a lot of people. Look, bro, like, it's like Joe said, like, this ain't nothing personal or anything like that. But it is, I mean, fact is fact. And one thing I know is that it doesn't matter how many fans you have, how much money you have, this, that, and the other. An average nigga is still an average nigga. I don't give a fuck, bro. I know millionaires that still can't get right. You know what I mean? I know guys that make certain amount of money but got no assets. You be like, damn, bro, how you make that much money and you don't own nothing? So don't be fooled because people have been importing dogs. That ain't nothing new. We've been importing animals and dogs since the 14th century. Wow, big deal. So it's funny because I think what's happening, what I see is on social media, bro, you could make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now. And if you got enough followers, motherfuckers are going to go crazy for you because it's going to be like, this is the first time they ever seen a nigga make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Literally, you go to some of these fake, what I call them social media cooks or chef channels, right? And you'll see them making fried chicken, something stupid. And then you'll look in the comments and you would think that nobody has ever seen anybody make a fried chicken in their life. Oh, I need the recipe. Did you just put salt and pepper in the flour? Like stupid stuff. Stupid. Like, and I'm just like, man, is the quality of life and thought process like really like, is it this simple? Is it this simplistic now? So it's easy to fool somebody. And it's also easy. See, another thing is like, before I jump down that, my point behind that, what I'm saying is I've seen this forever. If I travel somewhere for something and I go to meet someone and I'm going to spend money with this person, right? They're going to give me this story, whether the story behind their product is true or false. They're going to have a story because I'm spending $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 with them. So hell yeah, you're going to have a story, whether it's dogs, cats, frogs, snakes, whatever the hell it is. And so you've just spent a large amount of money with this person that you really don't know, but you want to trust him. You want to be comfortable with him or her. So whatever information they tell you, you really paid $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for that information.
That happens a lot in the dog game. You don't get mentorship unless you're spending big money, bro.
Well, here's the thing. What I'm saying isn't even really mentorship, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So because you paid $40,000 for this elaborate story that could be a hoax, it's like when you go and then you get a guy who says, oh, the Black Presa is shit, but he don't give no facts behind it. Okay, you can argue your point, but in order to argue a point, you got to have some facts. You can't just be like, oh, the Black Presa doesn't exist. It's shit.
Right. And then
that's not even okay. Why? Give me some fact. But so my point is he paid that man for that information. So he is going to stick by that information, even though he knows it is a lie. Because listen, bro, again, Richard could be in here. I'm gonna say this, but don't try no funny shit with me, Richard. Don't do it.
He's in here.
Don't do it, bro, because this ain't personal. But me and you had a phone conversation about the Black Presa, where you even told me out of your own mouth that you knew there was a Black Presa, but you weren't messing with the dog because it was probably crossed. And I agreed with you, and I've even said that myself, that the dog, I mean, I can pull up a picture of a Black Presa from 1954 dated. So we're not going to sit here and be that moronic. If you want to be dumb in your own house, do that. But you shouldn't be filming yourself being dumb for other people to see you, because other people take that dumb misinformation and they give it to other people. We don't want to breed dumbness out here. So, but you're literally lying to yourself and to your people, because the person you spent money with, see, this is how you know that he don't know shit about the Presa. Because if you knew anything about the Presa, every book tells you that every person who had a Presa did something.
Uh-oh, we lost. Yeah, Rain, I lost you, bro. Border breeders. But hey, look at here. So Rain, come back in. I'm gonna let you go out and come back in. But man, this is my thing. Me and Richard, man, Richard is very disappointed. Me and dude, we had a little personal thing where we kind of fell out about. I don't like the way I don't like no dirty business in dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way he did. He told a lie on a guy on my channel, a deadly lie. So much it had me scrambling at first, and then I had to make some calls to work it out because the lie he said was like on some PDF file stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking like, oh my God, I got this guy on the show with him, this guy on the show with him, this guy on the show with him, this guy. Uh, so it put my show in jeopardy because I had to clean up a lot of information. But I just sit down, made a call, found out it was a lie. You know what I mean? And then so once I figured Richard would tell me a lie, he didn't give a fuck about my channel. He showed me he didn't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? He said, and then the lie was for somebody else way in California. You know how these big breeders are. They controlling these YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? Most channels on here compromise unless you got. I know the ones who ain't compromised, but most of them are getting compromised and they putting shit out to just that ain't right, and people just kind of tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I even got people coming overseas trying to correct stuff. You know what I'm saying? All of the crazy shit happening, and then another thing about it too, man. This is we not playing in the same lane, Richard. This is the long form content game. This game is way harder than the game you playing, bro. You trying to sell shit, bro. We over here sharing shit. You a brand guy. NWA is a movement. This is not a brand. This is a movement. You don't see my dogs on here every 5 minutes. You don't see me just hitting up. Did what you do, and this shit is hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's informative, but it's hard, man. And I suggest, man, that you kind of stay in your lane. You got a whole bunch of dudes with you trying to help you with your food, build your brand. Y'all all brand guys. This is a movement over here. This is different. A movement is way more powerful than them brands because, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. But that ain't no. I'm not threatening Richard or nothing like that, man. But you can't pot shot me, bro, because I'm not like them other dudes. I am not like them other dudes, bro. You can't pot shot Joe. I ain't cut like that. I don't bend over for breeders. You can't get me to do anything corrupt to another man for money. You know what I'm saying? Right, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That was, I'm up here in these mountains. So no, what I was saying was like you could tell when somebody knows the breed or when they don't, because anybody who really knows it and has read any of the books, like here's the thing, bro. Like, so you got it's the same thing that was happening in the beginning with the dogs before the Reconstruction, and the same thing that happened after during the Reconstruction is still happening now. They're still disagreeing. Even on the islands, they're still disagreeing. But they created a standard in '89 that said this, and this. The black dog existed, and they were debating then, like, do you want the black dog on there? Like, well, we want it. Well, we don't want it. So here's my thing is, like I've said this before, is like, how you gonna, if the black dog, if there was never a Black Presa, why would you debate it? Why would you you know what I mean? It's like, if you never had any ice cream in the freezer, like ever, like why would I be, I wouldn't be asking for it. Like, but if I know you got ice cream in there, I'm going to be like, yo, Joe, what's up with some of that ice cream, man?
Right.
But you telling me, yeah, I got it, but you can't get it today. Mm-hmm. So we can have an argument or a debate about it because you just let me know that it's here, but I can't have it. Now, if you don't have it, we can't even, how are we going to talk about something you don't have? So why would you see what I'm saying? Why would a group of people sit down, draw up a standard over a 10-year process, and then talk about something that didn't exist in that whole Reconstruction process? But yet we know that the Great Dane, the Neapolitan Mastiff, the Amstaff, and even the Doberman all contributed to the reconstruction of the Presa. We know that for a fact. All of those dogs have black in their coat.
Right.
Have blue and blue Brindle in their coat. And this is a fact because you can even go to the Presa database and go back 6-7 generations, and depending on who has been doing what and registering their dogs and DNA testing, it'll even show you. It'll be like Curto, band dog, Curto, English bulldog, Bardino cross, Curto, band dog, bulldog cross. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's that, and that, so that stuff is there. So anybody who is denying that is literally lying to themselves. They're lying to the people they're selling dogs to. You don't have to sell a blue pit bull or a blue Amstaff, whatever, or a Black Presa or a blue Dogo Canario. If you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it, but you can't deny something. It's like this. So the standard was created in '89, right? I didn't watch all the video with Morales, so he might have said some of the same things that I'm saying.
Yeah, he did.
Like the standard, I mean, because it's so, you know what I mean? It's so obvious. Like you can't, there's nothing else to say. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what the channel for, Rain. Look, I done said stuff and got corrected on it. It's all about sharing information, man. We ain't coming on like it's sometimes Rain can tell you. We'll talk about a topic, it go through all the dog world, all Facebook, it go all over the place. But as a content creator, if you say something, somebody gonna say something.
That's just That's,
I mean, I ain't trying to drag nobody in it, but Trevor tells them all the time, man, you better stay out them comments. Stay out the comments. Man, you got to be.
That's why I'm getting off in social media. I told you, I'm doing about 5 or 6 more podcasts, and they already set up, and I'm done. I ain't got time for this shit. I got.
I know, man. You got to be
to me this year,
bro.
So.
You got to take breaks from this stuff, and you have to be built for it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times we go to pre-record because the comments do. You feel them, you think about them. People critiquing you and everything, but man, we cannot be this sensitive. And we can't have large audiences and not keep it real.
What's really new under the sun? I mean, you think it doesn't make me angry when I get on social media and I see a chef claiming a recipe that I know and he know ain't his recipe? But this is my recipe, really, nigga. I will Google that shit and it'll come up 16 pages on the same recipe. This is your recipe. I worked with a chef like that. He's from Baltimore, man. And we're not saying like these aren't necessarily bad people. Some of them are, but these aren't necessarily got to be bad people. But like this guy I remember he was trying to take credit for this recipe called like the Crazy Crab. And I went and looked it up. And I'm like, nigga, you didn't even invent this shit. Like you in here talking this, talking that, like you invented this. This is not even your recipe, bro. Like, he would come in. But it was a brand, bro. Like you said, he would come in. Listen, bro, I've been working in kitchens. I've worked in some of the best kitchens, and I've worked in some of the worst kitchens and everything in between. And I'll tell you, I ain't never seen, this was a nigga. I ain't never seen nobody actually wear the tall chef hat ever. Never, ever in my life. He used to come in with that joint on, the Rick Tall one. I'd be like, man, look at this nut job right here. Like, he would come in like, doing, man, and the place was out of control, bro. They couldn't even get salads out on time. You know what I mean? But you let him tell it, he's the man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what you're dealing with now is like, it's just become so easy for the average person to get. I mean, it's like, remember back in the day, you didn't used to be able to buy money counters. Now you can buy. Remember how all that shit in the 90s, you used to see stuff and you would want it. But like, man, that stuff's not available to the public. They don't sell money counters or they don't do this. You can't get that. Now you can get all that stuff. What is the one machine? I had one and I broke it here. I can't even remember the centrifuge. Now you couldn't buy a centrifuge back in the 90s and early 2000s without a medical permit and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Now I can get one for $600. Right. So there, as time passes, it becomes easier. It's like back in the 90s and the early 2000s, it wasn't so easy to get presses. And the presses you were getting, these motherfuckers was coming off of farms, like around grown animals. And these dogs were older and they were biting people straight out of the kennel before you even get it home from the airport. And people were calling them like, I don't know what to do with this dog. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, but yeah, bro, it's hard to not repeat what Michael said because those are the facts.
Right. But you know what, Rain? Me and you, we do a lot of Instagram voicemails or just sharing stuff, and we talk and we work, we do our thing and everything. And we not guys that got a lot of time to just be online all the time. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know, man. It's just how serious is these dudes trying to make dogs a retirement plan? I don't know what's going on.
I mean, if you're trying to immortalize yourself, I mean, it seems like, that this would be the route to go. I mean, like trying to get on particular channels for however you may have to do that or not do that. And this is, like I said, this is just generalized because I've seen guys in the reptile community, like, guys come on their channel, be like something one way, they talking all soft. Oh my God. Yes, and then and yes, and they do this, and then it's still bullshit. The information still ain't correct. And then all of a sudden, nigga do another podcast, and it's nigga this, nigga that, nigga, NWA, you know what I mean? Like, and admitting that he was being commercial for social media, admitted that shit. And I was like, that's why I never liked you anyway. But the other thing is like, here's my thing. Like, I don't, especially in the canine world, I don't mind the shit talk. I don't mind that. I'm cool with that. As long as it's animal related. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, me too. I try
to say my dogs are trash. I don't care. Say that shit. They ain't gonna bother me none.
Right.
They might be. I might have one or two. I mean, everybody, you can't win them all, bro. Anybody that's saying that they did, they lying to you. That's another thing. Like, but when you like listen to people, like some people are, they're good at advertising, branding, and telling stories in general.
Right.
So it's like, think about it like this, right? If I dump a bunch of money into something to make money, I ain't probably gonna do whatever the hell and say whatever I can to get that dollar. Because I got to figure out my minimum and my maximum profit. Anybody who's run a business, that. Like, you have to look at, this is the least amount that I can make. What's the most that I can make? Because what's in the middle don't even fucking matter if it's over what you spent to get there. You know what I mean? Like, how much are you actually going to profit? But when you got like your dogs attacking you on lives and shit like that, or when you saying shit that's not correct, or when I get calls from your clients about your dogs, like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and they're telling me same things. And this is, like, I don't understand like how somebody could really, I mean, I personally wouldn't be saying nothing if it was me. If some of the things that I hear, and I tell people all the time, like, bro, like I said, if it's animal related and you could prove it, I definitely want to hear that shit. Like I said, all that other shit I don't care about. But if your people are calling me saying that they spent this amount with you and then they had to spend this amount, and then they reminded me that I told them not to buy a dog from you. And I'm like, well, I did tell you. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the thing is like, now another thing that I see that's happening, I know you did a video on this, is that I guess, like, and we were talking about this earlier, is I guess importing is new all of a sudden, or going overseas is new all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's getting heavy, but they're getting burnt left and right, so they're getting burnt. And I think sometimes we got to help the people. Like, dude, you ain't got to run over there. It's first off, it's expensive. And what people kind of make it sound like when you say import is as if it's something exotic.
Right.
And people are not, they don't know what they're doing. It's not for novices, and they're going over there and get burnt. I just think we have a lot of responsibility as content creators, especially like say you deep in the exotic animal game. We a lot of people on this channel are deep in the crafts of the animals and the fields they in, whether it be therapy work.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Well, actually, Joe, keep talking. I'm listening. Somebody just keep talking. I got something.
Okay. So don't let them throw you off, Rain. We're gonna be
no. It's not that. It's not that. Okay. It's just it's all good.
Oh, okay. So we have a responsibility, and I'm just telling y'all, this form of content is different than Instagram. This is long form content. We cut up on each other a little bit over here. Somebody might say something and then somebody might come say, I don't agree with that. But copycat, your boy ain't never been no copycat. Well, and I want everybody to go through these videos. You can see let me ask you this.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. Like, it's like I was saying with the chef and the recipe. You know how many motherfuckers got a fried chicken recipe? So you gonna say they copied your grandmother? Right. Who invented fried food? Well, these days, if you ask somebody black, black people, we invented everything these days because we mad because we ain't got credit for nothing. So even shit we didn't invent, like, nigga, we invented that too.
Yeah, like, evidently we just invented jumping in pools with dogs.
Yeah, see, that's my point. Like, when did this stuff, like, man, bro, it's
a shame, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating.
I'm pretty sure that somebody just sent me a pedigree from a dog that's tied to the kennel we talking about that's black. That's Rich's dog. I got the pedigree right here. Here, I'll just. I mean, I could send it to you if you want to put it.
You can send it. Yeah, send it to me. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is for learning, man. When dudes get emotional about this stuff, because it's controversy around the Connie Corso. It's controversy around each and every dog. Ain't none of this stuff personal. I'm gonna tell you something. In the Michael Morales video, we did not disrespect Richard one time, bro. Not one time.
You can't copy nothing these days, right? You can't. There ain't nothing new under the sun. Bro, that's like saying because you got a Connie Corso and I went and got a Connie Corso. Like when I was like 15 and 16, I thought like that because I like exclusiveness. Don't get me twisted. But as a businessman, I understand that exclusiveness don't make no business. That don't make no money. You know what I mean? Unless you got like 5 or 10 high-end clients that's willing to pay you like $50,000 every time you see them. Some shit like that for the year, each client. So I figured out real quick, like, that's really not the way to go. But yeah, there are some things you keep to yourself. But what's really new under this? That's like you get on Amazon, bro. That's like if I come to your house, there's a possibility that me and you may have the same water faucet because everybody shop on Amazon. Right. So you copying me because I bought the same. I didn't know you bought that shit. Like I just seen it was $20. So I bought it. Like it looked nice. It was $20. So I got it. And I come to your house and you got the same one.
Right.
But if somebody, so I did a video, my Black Presa video, that's from like almost 2.5 years ago.
I'm going to ask you about that. See, this is the thing. Rain had a podcast. He still got a podcast called Unscripted. That was before he even came over here. He got up to 1 million views and they took him down. I don't know who he pissed off. So we edited it up and we put it out back here. That's old content. That's not new.
Yeah, and I think the only person that did a video prior to that, and I said I think is, and I don't even know. And now that I say this, I don't even know if this is true. If anybody knows in the comments, say something. Documentary TV. I think he did a video, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it had to be pretty old because I hadn't seen nothing in recent years on.
But yeah, that kennel, that dog, that's Rich's dog. That's where his shit come from. You see the color on there said black on the pedigree, on the thing.
Let me see. What, you send it to Instagram?
Yeah, to your Instagram.
Oh, okay. Show the fuck is. Which one is? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pause there. Oh, show is, man.
So but that's what I said, bro. Man, this is the thing, bro. Like, don't lie to yourself. you can't lie to. I mean, you can, but you know, I guess if you believe
I post that. I need to post that somewhere. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Like, you can't lie to yourself. Like, I don't think people in this day and age, unless you're a hardcore canine person, I don't think nobody would give a fuck if he had black dogs or purple dogs or blue dogs.
Yeah,
because most people don't give a fuck these days.
They don't. Yeah, it's not.
They don't
it's
care.
not even
If they like you, like I said, if they basically, he's got a marketing plan that's obviously working. So obviously, if they like him, they're gonna spend money with him, and that's with anybody. People like me, so they spend money with me. So over here on the other part of the city, these niggas are gonna say my weed is trash, even though everybody knows that shit is grown with ammonia-based fertilizers and it's turped up. But they got people that want that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those, it's like, I run into smokers who are so used to smoking that synthetically grown shit that's turped up and sprayed down. They don't even like my shit. They tell me my shit is trash. I'm like, yeah, you probably smoking synthetics, most likely. And that's generally the case. Like, oh, it's not hitting right. Like, no, bro, it's organic. It's hitting exactly the way it's supposed to for organic fucking cannabis. Like, if you gotta enhance it and spray it down, like, nah, bro, that means something ain't right with it. Like, you know, if you want to get some terps yourself and add them to your own weed, but I'm not gonna do that for you. Like, but it's the same thing. You know, people are going to buy alpaca shit to use it for stuff. People will buy anything. So if you don't fuck with the Black Presa unless somebody asks you that, I don't really think it's a reason to even bring it up. But at the same time, doesn't the FCI now follow the original Presa standard, which includes the black dog?
Yeah, and Michael did such a beautiful job last night pointing it out. I mean, I didn't see any disrespect towards Richard there. And let me tell you something too, guys. Just because of somebody in another country say it's the truth, that don't mean nothing, because they lie just like we do over here.
Well, like I said, bro, I've heard so many stories between here and the Canary Islands from people over here saying one thing, and then I'll call over there. They're like, oh, we don't know that guy, or, you know, so, but it's like I said, if that's who he's spending his money with, if I went over there and linked up with a guy and I spent money with him and he had Black Presas, what do you think he's gonna tell me? He's gonna tell me the same thing on the Black Presa side. Like, you know, he's gonna say, if there weren't no Black Presas, why would I have a Black Presa here, huh?
Well, you know, it's a thing called it's a thing we call junkyard, right? And I'm not saying it's about Richard's kennel, but sometimes we can be head over heels over breeders, and we spending that money.
And that's the thing right there. That's
a bunch of junk. You know what I mean?
You know, the reptile world is even worse at that than the canine world, because reptiles don't really have a function. You know, you don't buy a snake and it doesn't come in your house and like guard it or be a companion. I mean, some people consider them companions, but you know what I mean? It doesn't, they're in an enclosure all day.
Right.
So the name is almost more important than the animal itself in some cases. Like, oh, it's a Rob Roan star python coming out of da-da-da-da-da. But the genetics on the python are really fucked up because it's all inbred and mutated. But people like that shit, so they buy it.
That's right.
Me, I don't want that shit, so I'm not gonna buy it. Like, case in point, like, bro, listen, like, I've talked to a lot of animal people in my day. I talk to more animal people than I don't even know. Every day, bro, I probably have at least 30 animal conversations going on, from regular people to scientists, all day long. You know, like, that's all day long. That's all I'm talking about. I got books right here. That's all day long. That's all I'm fucking doing over here. So, like, I'm now more than ever, like, I'm seeing the need for the right people to be doing the right thing. And unfortunately,
I'm telling you,
it's like the motivation for fame on social media. It's a drug, bro. You know, it's affecting that dopamine. It's a drug, bro. Like, and to the point where, I mean, come on, man. We saw somebody go all the way to Las Vegas and kill a couple on live over social media.
Right.
And so then, you know, I got Jordan, you know, I got little Daryl coming, fucking wanting to debate me, and he can't even debate me. But not even knowing, like I told him, like, bro, I saved you because somebody wanted me to come on their channel and trash you. But because one, I don't know you, I couldn't do that. And two, that's not my thing.
We don't do that. We don't do.
Right, and it wasn't an animal thing. He didn't want me to trash your dogs.
Right.
He didn't want me to talk about your dogs. So you know what I mean? Like, and I told him, and ever since then he shut the fuck up, and I ain't heard nothing from him. Like, bro, if you thought that I was against you, like, no, bro, I'm not against you, but you're not gonna be ruining animals because that's my life. You're not gonna ruin what I do. So
you're not going on other channels to down talk brothers. That's something I don't do here. We do have tough topics, and this just the crowd for it, man. This just the crowd for it. So, and I'm not trying to do nothing detrimental to Richard, man. But shit, that bully shit don't work down here, boy. It do not work down here, homeboy. So you can hit me with a kennel talk if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of your homeboys, anybody you in business with, they can get it too. You know what I'm saying? So if I was you, brother, I would stick to what I've been doing. You like you've been doing a tremendous job, but heavy is the crown when you're online, bro, because they critique me too. You know what I'm saying? They critique me too. Why you let the motherfucker say blah blah blah? And I had to get caught up in things like that. So, man, it ain't no hate, but I'm just telling you, NWA ain't taking no shots from no big channels. I'm sorry. I've told people the little guys, they can hit all day because I ain't gonna get them no attention. But you big guys, we not doing nothing to you, but doing what we've been doing the last 2 years, building a library. Thanks for putting light on the channel. You can't find knowledge like that.
If you want to, I mean, they play the same game in the reptile community too. Who did it first? Who did this? Who bred it first? Who had them first? They play the same game. And like I told them, like, I could really play that game and start saying what I did first. And because, like, hell, then he copied me because I had the presser long before he even knew what the dog was. Right, so then you copying me then. So if we gonna be petty, I'm gonna be the pettiest person in the presser world. So anybody that didn't know about the dog before me in 1992, you copying me. That's what we doing now.
Basically,
you copying me. Everybody, you copying me. If you didn't have a Connie Corso before 1998, you copied Joe. Joe, you copied me, bro. You copied me, bro. You did, man. Now you got me on this show like we cool. And
yeah. And let me say something, man. I think I've been one of the only channels for about 2 years. Man, we've been able to kind of keep. I mean, things are going to happen, disagreements and everything, but for the most part, man, we've been keeping it chill, keeping it cool, bringing all kind of personalities, things like that. Hey, guys, let us do us. We'll let y'all do y'all. You know what I'm saying? But if you say something goofy, I can't stop. That's another thing. If somebody say something on here, bro, don't try to switch it on me. You know what I mean? Like, you let him say it. What? You let him say it. Man, this channel is for perspective. That's why you see so many different perspectives.
I mean, but how is it, you could say what you want to say, do what you want to do,
but we can't.
But then, like, I've never understood that. You can step on, you can shoot at me, but I better not shoot at you.
Yeah. It's elitism. You know how we both hate elitism. You know what I mean? So, man, do y'all thing. Hope the best for your dogs, man. But stay off us, because I'm telling you, man. I'm a nice guy, man. But we ain't taking no punches, Deberry. Do your thing, bro. But we ain't taking no punches. And man, take a break and get some.
I mean, he already came. With me, he done already came on my presser interview on here.
He came on Michael's first interview. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Under a fake name, like. So me really, like, and I said, like, I could say a whole lot of shit.
I could too. I'm just not making it nasty.
Just like with that shit I just sent you. Just like that. So there you go. He say, ain't no black dog. The man, he went all the way to Canary Islands and said, ain't no black dog. But there you see dogs tied to his dogs. His dog with black dogs in the pedigree.
Right.
So, and the way I do things, I feel like at that point, like, shop closed. Restaurant got to close down at this point. You done poison. You done gave somebody food poisoning. You done abracadabraed them. Like, bro, I figured out why they call weed Zaza now. I figured out because Alakazam, Alakazam, they done tricked your ass with all them terps and shit. But yeah, man, that's what it is. Like, you playing games with people to make money. Like, if I feel like if you got what you say you got, man, the motherfucker gonna come to you. Like, like these days. Like I said, like I've turned down quite a few podcasts from people, and it's just because, man, like, bro, I'm not a sellout, bro. I'm not, and I don't make no money off of this shit. So
we don't make
money off of this stuff, like, at all. Yeah. Bro, I might have got like a couple clients, but half of them cats was already doing stuff with me before, but yeah, I don't like, and that's why I'm kind of over it, plus, I'm getting ready to launch a new cannabis company. So, bro, I'm gonna do these last few podcasts on the road, and then that's it, man. I'm trying to
right. Well, I but yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. And I appreciate you helping the channel. I knew you had a lot of content that was sitting there, and I know how to.
I still got a whole lot more.
It's obvious. It's obvious how dudes act if you don't, they'll try to take your channel down like they did yours before and everything like this, man. But ain't nothing personal here, guys. We have tough topics, and this is a show that we kind of normally don't do. But like I say,
he should have been here.
Yeah. Like I say, a little bullshit make the grass grow. So he
should have been here. He should have been here in the middle.
If he had a problem, he could have called me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. He should have been here. He should have been here. He should have been a special guest.
Yeah, he should have just came on in and like, hey man, I ain't mean it like that, but it wasn't no other way to take it because I'm the only dude to put out some Black Presa content. Me and Michael, man, and Michael. It's different over here, bro. I mean, these dudes, they'll put their computer screens on, they start showing documents and stuff.
Even Jordan had more heart than that. Even he was still willing to. So, like, at least he was willing to show up. So,
right. Yeah, for real.
At least he was willing to show up.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just different over here, man. Much love to the big channels, but like I say, man, we a little channel over here, just a little community, a little movement. I ain't taking no shots from no big channels. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. I'm not taking no subliminals. I dare you. You know what I mean? But anyway, bro, let's get out of here, man. Thank you, Rain. Hey, wait, hold on. Anybody got anything before we leave? Me, I was in the building.
You said, what you think? They stopped making pools when they made yours? What?
Joe, you just gotta let the people who don't agree, just let them be until they cross the line and enter the homestead. That's basically what I'm doing, bro, because I've said many times on this channel, you know what I'm saying, I'll ignore some things, but when them big boys start lying and shit, don't lie. Don't lie, dog. Don't lie. We've been doing this a long time. And it's unmatched. I didn't know he invented dog pools. Yeah, evidently.
Yeah. I'm just curious, like, how did they got these dated pictures, 1954 dated with motherfucker with a black dog on the Canary Islands if there was never any black dogs.
Right. Okay, man. I think that's it, Rain. We had to pull one off on a weekday. Wait, hold on. Let's see. I'll recognize some people before we go. Brian still love y'all. Kyle Ranch, good show about Black Presa. Davis and Canine, the Black Presa existed. Keep being great, fellas. If you don't believe it existed, we still love you too, because I'm not trying to change your mind. We just having content, so we all grow. You know what I'm saying? I get a little bit from everybody. I got something out of this show just listening to the Rain. You know what I mean? So if you here for that, y'all come on. If y'all on that goofy shit, you better stay away from here. You know what I mean? All right, Ray.
From around here.
NWA, can you give a novice a quick overview of the Black Presa? Man, go watch the show last night from Michael Morales. There's a whole show on it, bro. Brian Luster, people lie to tear down something better than them. Big C is the show from last night. Yeah, he's telling you the same thing. Look at the show from last night, and I'm out. See you later, Rain. We'll be waiting on you for some more of your content, bro.
Yeah, I got something. Got something coming.
Okay, bet it up, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right.